our YouTube page, but once we get our new website,
Fair stuff. I like it.
a week from
for the 5th game of the 2023 AAA State.
Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome out to the ball field today. Beautiful day for baseball, in the eyes of some. It's been raining all morning. We've got moisture just about everywhere you could ask for it. But an excellent job from the grounds crew has us ready to play ball. About an hour and a half late today, 12:30 scheduled start. Instead of the prior 11 a.m. start. Still hoping to get all 4 games in today, and hoping it just turns out to be a beautiful day for baseball. You can't beat it. 90-foot base paths in a perfect square surrounded by wet grass, green grass, a beautiful facility here at Dale Minslow Field at Peterson Ballpark in Marinette, Wisconsin. The Zaleski Sports crew is here ready to bring all the action to you. We've got a 4-camera setup ready to go to make sure you don't miss a thing. Bill Held here on the mic, and right next to me we got Mike Wentland doing the producing for us, and we've got Jason Zaleski on a field cam. We've got Steve Mabes also on a field cam out there, and lastly we've got Cale Jacoby doing the directing, keeping us in the action. 2 teams scheduled to compete here today. Loser goes home. Both earning their trip, earning their path to get here to the state tournament, only to be confronted with that obstacle of one more loss, and you're gone here on day 2 of the tournament. This will be Game 5. Yesterday, 4 games, 4 winners, 4 losers. Can't ask for something better than that. And as we watch these players come on out, the game today will be between, we have Kaukauna Angels, who managed to get their path here to the state tournament by beating De Pere in a winner-take-all game 9-4. And then on the other side of things, we've got the Manitowoc Post 88. They also, in a winner-take-all game against Bayport, they managed to get the victory 8-1 to get here. Today's game, Manitowoc will be the home team. And taking the mound for Manitowoc will be Ian DeSallier. And he will be opposed by the visiting team Kaukauna, with Sean Sievertson taking the mound on that side. Today's game is brought to you by Bell & Health, City of Marinette, Schukert Law Office, Stevenson Bank, Marinette class of 1982, Best Western, Fincantieri, Riverside Auto, Wapaka Foundry, Hometown Family Restaurant, Marinette Lions, Hanson Orion Martel, Holzian Family Dental. The winner of today's game stays alive. That's one victory. On the other hand, the winner of today's game also will play the loser of Game 8, which will be Appleton DD against Sheboygan, scheduled for 8 p.m. tonight. We'll break for the national anthem.
Singing our national anthem. You'll see, you'll see the big light, but so proudly as the twilight's last gleaming, who brought stripes and bright stars through the cloudless sky. Oh, the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red flare, the bombs blew straight in air, came through the night, that our flag was still there. Oh, sailors that stopped straight to oh, the land of the free.
Another standout job on the national anthem. One of the best parts of
Next, what we're
baseball,
looking
you
for
have
here
to
is when
admit.
Bill's talking about
Those
starting
familiar
pitcher, obviously you'll take
smells, sounds,
shot when he's talking
visions
about
that
the
come
lineup
along
for
with
Kaukauna, you
it.
think,
But a
yep.
national anthem with ball players lined up, fresh chalked field, a beautiful facility. You can't beat this kind of stuff. This is what baseball's all about. Kaukauna gets the bats out. They'll be starting things off. Pearson Vandehei looks like the first batter will be getting warmed up. Owen Jenkins to follow, Jake Lucas to follow him. Reminder on the Kaukauna side that Ian DeSellier takes the mound. DeSellier played for Kiel this past year. Kiel booked a trip to state by beating Amherst in the sectional final. 2-0 game, and at the state tournament, just fell short, ran into a bit of a buzzsaw of a pitcher in Braden Olson in the St. Croix Fall High School. The Best Western Riverfront Inn of Marinette proudly supports the 2023 American Legion State Tournament. The Best Western Riverfront Inn has affordable rates, comfortable rooms, along with Wi-Fi, breakfast, indoor pool, weight facility, and free parking. Stay at the Best Western Riverfront Inn and just miles from popular attractions and relaxation. Book your next stay at bestwestern.com. American Legion Baseball, we've got 3 umpire crews, all wearing the light blue look today, all looking sharp in their uniforms. I love the AAA on the hats, looking sharp in the AAA Legion State Tournament. Typically, state tournaments means the best of the best, and I have to say, after 4 games yesterday, not much to complain about. A nicely done job from a nice crew of umpires. And if there are any umpires listening, this is Bill Held from Amherst High School Baseball. If you happen to come out to our ball game, make sure you remember how well I speak of umpires.
Leading off the top of the first for Kaukauna, the shortstop, number 3, Pearson Vandehei.
We are set to roll here, and pitch number 1 will be delivered shortly. Umpire gives the green light. And first pitch fastball catches an elbow, and we got a runner on base just like that.
Now batting the right fielder, number 30, Owen Jenkins.
Owen Jenkins steps into the plate.
2 is live, 3 is clear.
Well, we'll see how DeSellier works out of the stretch. Squares to bunt. And fouls it away. 0-1.
Staying with 3. And 2 is live, 3 is clear.
Players jogging back to their positions. That always happens in a foul ball, particularly in a bunting scenario. We got so many infielders, hitters, runners on the move. Everyone's got to have some time to get back. DeSellier comes set. The pitch. No bunt this time. Low, and it's 1-1.
Holy shit, there's a coach standing in the coach's box. What's up with that? Yeah, exactly.
Yes, yes.
The pitch. Squares to bunt and fouls it away the other direction toward the first base side. 1-2, he's in a hole. I always hated that as a hitter. You fail to deliver on a couple of bunts, you find yourself deep in the hole, and the pitcher has control of the account. Got to get your job done. We'll see if Jenkins can bounce back from down 1-2. Takes a call. Beautiful breaking ball. Strike 3. And we got one away.
Now batting the first baseman, number 23, Jake Lucas.
So it'll be Jake Lucas, the first baseman, stepping in with a runner on first, one away. Outside for a ball. Runner takes his lead. Lift of the leg and fires. It is up and away, 2-0. DeSayer's got to find a little bit of a groove. He seems to be working slowly, trying to kind of find a rhythm. It always makes for a tough inning with one pitch and a runner on first.
All clear.
And that's 3-0 to a dangerous three-hitter with a runner on base. We'll see if he gets a green light. And he put him on. First and second, one out. Top of the first. And the makings of a nice start here for Kaukauna.
Now batting the catcher, number 16, Noah Meyer.
Let go, Noah!
First baseman and fellow Kiel High School graduate, Nathan Stefani, out to chat with DeSayer. We'll see if those words of wisdom will help out. Takes a call. Curveball for strike one. They call it pitching backwards, folks. Start them with a curve, gives you options late. Another curveball for strike two. If you can't locate a fastball, never a bad idea to just try a different pitch. See what you can do to get in the strike zone. 0-2, he's got him on his heels. Noah Meyer with a hole to dig out of with runners on base. Curve drops out of the strike zone, 1-2. And curveball catches a kneecap. And that's going to load the bases. Kaukauna has something cooking without really swinging a bat. Not a ball in play and 3 runners on.
Coming up to the plate, the left fielder, number 17, Peyton Brand.
So they're loaded for Peyton Brandt, left fielder for Kaukauna. Runners get their lead. First pitch is up and in, almost caught a helmet. And DeSayer needs to find a way to regroup, calm himself down, and go through his mechanics. The 1-0. High, snap throw to first, and not in time. That was closer than it should be. If I'm the first base coach, I would have an earful for this boy. Count is 2-0. Not the moment for a runner to make a mistake and cost you an inning. Almost pulled the trigger on a high fastball, top of the strike zone, called strike one. Solid hack, but fouled straight back, 2-2. And we know DeSayer's been using that curveball pretty frequently. Hasn't used it yet this at-bat. That means he's got options. 2-2 with the bases loaded, top of the first at the state tournament. Curveball, line shot to third, but he bobbles it. He'll go home for one, and that's all they're going to get. Boy, that had the makings of a double play if he can squeeze it and find a runner too far off. A fielder's choice, it goes down. But there's 2 away, and that leaves hope to get out of here. The path to a 0 in the top of the first is there for DeSayer. Jacob Fritz takes a called strike.
Now batting the designated hitter.
Pitch. Very late. Just gives our cameraman Steve Maves a light scare, just a light scare. When you look that good, you got to protect that mug. 1-2 after 3 straight fastballs. Let's see what he does. called. Strike 3 on another fastball. Paints a corner, and DeSellier works his way out of a jam that he put himself into. And I am going to warn you right now, a pitcher does that in the first and wiggles out of it, he becomes a different pitcher the rest of the game. I've seen it too many times. It's 0-0 at the end of the first, at the top of the first, and we're going to head to commercial break here on Zaleski Sports.
I don't want to bet.
Some of us are out to win championships. Others just want to win the moment. And for others, simply climbing a flight of stairs is a win. But for all of us, the small victories make life better. And none of us wins alone. When we get knocked down, it takes a team, an extraordinary team to help us heal like a pro. For your bones, muscles, joints, and everything else that makes life move, there's only Bellin Health. Welcome to your healthiest life.
Welcome back. Just dodging a little bit of trouble in the top of the first. It's another reason you gotta love baseball. You can make some mistakes, and if you play it right, you can always find a way to navigate through it, keep your team in the ball game. Steve Maves has a new pair of underwear, and that's good. We got that all settled up. And along with that, Manitowoc looks ready to come to the plate and do some damage here. Tate Hartlaub, second baseman, going to lead things off with Bryce Erdman and Daniel Schmitz on deck. Towing the rubber here again, Sean Severson. Bounces away from the catcher. Yeah, you're seeing it. I don't know if the weather conditions have something to do with it. It looks like everything's pretty solid out there, but both pitchers a little inaccurate here to start off. He's swinging on a 1-0 pitch. High fly out to left, but looks routine, and there's one away. So that'll bring up Bryce Erdman.
Stepping into the box, the third baseman, number 11, Bryce Erdman.
2 pitches, 1 out. Keep that rate up. Comes with a curveball low, ball 1. One 1-0 pitch. Another curveball. This one he gets a high strike, 1-1. I always loved getting that call as a pitcher. I always hated that as a hitter. Hard, well hit ball, foul down the right first baseline. Look at those hats. I just love these umpires in their AAA hats. Gonna have to see who I need to rub elbows with to get one of those. It's a ball off the outside corner, 2-2. Spikes a curveball about 6.5 feet in front of home plate. At Winona State, we called them uncompetitives. You can't have uncompetitive pitches. Every pitch has to at least make the hitter react or think about something. Early on an off-speed pitch, pulls it foul. So 1 out, full count. And the 9th pitch of the game. Hard, right back through the middle base, rip. That's a good balanced hitting approach, keeping his weight back and putting it right back where it came from. A 1-out base hit for Bryce Erdman. That brings up 28, Daniel Schmitz, center
Now
fielder.
batting, the center fielder, number 28, Daniel Schmitz.
Severson comes set. The pitch leaves a fastball high. Severson doesn't have a lot of velocity. I don't think he's going to be blowing it by anybody. As you saw, Bryce Erdman fouled three balls down the first base line. They're going to be right on him. He's going to have to mix it up to get through this game. Out in front of it, one hopper to third. Gets to first, and he bobbles it. They aren't going to get it out, and now they threw it away. Runner on first is live. He's going to get back on the base, but the Erdman's going to go first to third on an E4. Got to be an E4. Well hit ball, but a one hopper. Third base made a nice play and threw a decent enough ball to second.
The shortstop, number 9.
Just bobbled it.
Peterson.
They're young men. They make mistakes. They're on the corners with one out. That's actually going to go down, unfortunately, as 2 errors. That's error on the second baseman for dropping it, costing him a runner on second, and an error on the second baseman again for throwing it away. They're on the corners. Big lead at first. Big lead. He is going. Pitch is high, and they concede the runner to second. It is second and third, one out. In the heart of the order up. A dire situation here. After Manitowoc gets themselves in trouble and wiggles out of it, here they come offensively. And that's a ball. 3-1. 3-1 to a dangerous hitter in Brock Peterson. Ooh, Brock expands the zone up a little bit. I know how tempting that can be. And on 3-1 especially, looking for a ball to hammer. So it's a full count. Big moment in this game right here in the bottom of the first. Stays back, drives it to right field. And it's going to be caught, but it's going to move the runners. And it's a sac fly to put Manitowoc on the board. It's a sac fly with an RBI. Bringing up Gavin Lettenberger. Hard ground ball to third, stays with it. Nice play, quick throw to first. And he holds his toe. Yes, he does. He gets the out. Ends the inning. 1 run goes up on the board for Manitowoc. Kaukauna dodges a little bit of a bullet themselves. They don't come out unscathed, but it could have been much worse. Both teams, I would say, after one, need to find a way to play a little more consistently. This is the state tournament, boys. You don't have time to mess around in an elimination game. We're going to hit the commercial for a moment. We'll be right back here for the top of the second here in Marinette, Wisconsin on Zaleski Sports.
Car and truck inventories are limited around the world. But at Riverside Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram of Marinette, we make sure to have what you want. A huge inventory of new and certified pre-owned vehicles. Ram 1500 Bighorns, Jeep Cherokees, Jeep Compasses, and more. Trade up into a new ride and get top cash value for your trade. Visit our family at Riverside of Marinette. Proud supporters of Marinette and Menominee area high school sports.
Life can be tough. Sometimes you need more than just legal services. You need someone who believes in you. At Schickert Law Offices, our experienced attorneys don't just provide legal services. We provide unwavering support and encouragement to their clients. Our team deals with criminal law, family law, divorce, and more. But what they specialize in most is standing by their clients every step of the way. When you need someone in your court, choose the law firm that will believe in you. Choose Schickert Law Office.
Welcome back to the most beautiful place on earth, a baseball field, where you're going to find hot dogs, sunshine, except today with a little rain, and of course, cute babies bouncing on laps, and a nice fence to keep them safe. Out here on the ball field, we are in the top of the second inning, and there has been drama in both halves of the first inning.
Off the top of the second, the third baseman, number 14.
As we get back to it,
Go, boy.
Ian DeSellier, the pitcher, starts the second off with a line drive right over by Steve Mays. Somebody get him a third pair of shorts. We need a short sponsor up here at this point. Tell that sales guy to get Fruit of the Looms on the line. An 0-2 count, working quick. I hate to say I called it, but at the end of the first, I told you, a pitcher struggles in the first and wiggles out of it, and he's a different pitcher the rest of the game. 3 pitches, earning a strikeout just like that. Whether your dental needs are a complete exam or cleaning, a full mouth restoration, or anything in between, Polzian Dental promises to provide you exceptional care and enhance the beauty of your smile. Polzian Dental gives you a gentle touch and stunning results. At Polzian Dental, your smile is our first priority, and we'll give you something to smile about. 0-1 the count here on the second batter of the inning, Isaac Moss. Called strike 2, and what do you know? Ian DeSellier is dicing things up here. As I mentioned, competitive pitches, that's what you need, and that was a competitive pitch. Not every ball is a bad thing. Sets up the next one. You could make an argument that also is a purpose pitch. If Cale Jacoby was standing in the batter's box, that's where I'd throw it. Nice at bat. Defending himself at the plate. A 2-strike count, 2 inches off the outside corner, and he went with it foul just to stay alive.
Go, Badger.
2-2 pitch. Here comes DeSellier. And fighting for his life. Another well done bat on ball. Just making contact, staying alive is Isaac Moss. Comes with a curveball. He squares up. That's going to catch a gap. He cuts it off well. After a big round, he'll head back to first. And Isaac has himself a single. I think you got to give Moss a good amount of credit on that at bat. Falling behind from good pitching and battling through good pitching just to sit back on a breaking ball and put one in the gap. I would argue he didn't swing as hard as he could. That was more or less just putting a bat on the ball and squaring it up. Quick sidearm move to first base. He's back in time. Kyle Kress to the plate, playing center field, wearing number 11. Takes a ball. I'm sure that's a pitch. That's a pitch DeSellier would like to get. Just didn't get it this time. 1-0. Quick sidearm move again. But back in time easily. If he's accurate, I don't have a problem with that as a coach, but it is a little nonchalant the way he's throwing it over there. Squares to bunt, puts it off to the left-hand side, foul. One is the count. We have number 11 at bat. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out, 1-0 game, 1 hit. Swing and a miss on a nice curveball, kept it low. 1-2. Kyle Kress kind of on his heels again here. DeSellier has enough velocity mixed with that breaking ball. He's got a good difference. Another spin turn sidearm to first base back in time. Up to 34 pitches here in the top of the second. Lays off a high fastball. He thought about it. Good for you, Kyle, to lay off. 2-2 pitch. Comes down and in, just missing his spot a little bit. DeSellier needs to refocus. Find those mechanics and attack. It's the 9-hitter, can't put him on. Picked first, not in time. I don't know if DeSellier's convinced Moss wants to run, but his leadoff is about 1.5 feet behind first base. Here he blows it by Kyle Kress. That's a 3-2 pitch. He's got to be ready for either one, and he was caught off guard. So there's 2 away as we turn it over to the top of the order. Pearson Vandehei.
Now batting the shortstop, number 3, Pearson Vandehei.
Ian DeSellier, first pitch, high for ball 1. So if you think about it, big difference between 1 out and 2 outs when you're a runner on first base. On contact, you're often running no matter where it's hit. Gives you an extra 2 steps of a jump. Here's a ball blooped out into center. You can't reach it, and you got a base hit. Sort of a jam shot single, but a single nonetheless. And that puts a runner in scoring position in Isaac Moss. With your 2, 3, 4 hitters coming up, Owen Jenkins, right fielder, to the plate.
Number 30, Owen Jenkins.
A short arm curveball, he spikes it. Catcher cannot handle that one, and they move it on up. Runners now on second and third, and DeSellier is in trouble for the second straight inning.
How much was it?
The Marinette High School class of 1982 proudly supports the 2023 AAA State Legion Baseball Tournament. The 1982 Marines salute all 8 teams participating in this year's tournament. Please thank the Marinette High School class of 1982 for helping make today's broadcast possible. Good velo, but well high, and it's 2-0. Does him a favor swinging at a pitch above the hands. It's 2-1.
You got it, Jenkins. Let's go now. Reset, bud.
Field might catching some action down there from the fans. 2-1. High fastball lays off this time. 3-1. Now you're looking for a pitch to nail. Anything below the hands, as a good hitter, you should be aggressive. Looking for something to crush. Just stay up the middle. Don't pull off. Up the middle, base hit. Gonna score 1. Let's see the action. He's coming around third. The throw, it will be not in time, and it gets away. It gets away. 2 runs will score. Kaukauna jumps ahead 2-1. And Owen Jenkins delivers on a 3-1 fastball. And sure enough, he kept his weight back and swung hard, put the ball right back through the middle. So often you see young kids in a 3-1 count in a big moment just jump out in front, and they pull something hard foul. But not Owen Jenkins. What a hit. Big moment for the young man. Jake Lucas to the plate. That spike gets away. And things are falling apart a little bit here for DeSellier. He's got to gain some composure. Slow the game down. So that goes down as an Owen Jenkins 2 RBI base hit with an error to get him to second. Now a wild pitch gets him to third, and a one-hopper to the mound. DeSellier throws it to his high school teammate at first base to record the third out of the inning, and that does it for the top of the second. But not before Kaukauna puts up a 2-run inning from a 2-run single from Owen Jenkins. It's 2-1. Kaukauna over Manitowoc as Manitowoc comes to the plate for the bottom of the second after this on Zaleski Sports.
With the new Simple Rewards account from the Stevenson National Bank and Trust, we've made the simple, everyday transactions a lot more rewarding. Open a Simple Rewards account.
Two 2-0 swinging. Takes a full healthy cut. Center fielder moving it on back. Makes that play, makes it look easy, and we've got 3 away just like that. The inning is over. So here we are, bottom of the second, now in the books, 2-1 Kaukauna. We head for the top of the third. Things looking bright and down for both teams at times. It's a good baseball game. Let's see how things progress from here. Stay tuned on Zaleski Sports.
You know better when you see it.
All right, 1, 2, 3.
But sometimes it's a little harder to tell what better looks like, and you could use a little help.
Thanks, Mom.
Security Health Plan. Everything you need in a health plan. Everything you'd expect from a good neighbor.
When caring people join together, roll up their sleeves, and take action to make their community better, it's a beautiful thing and an incredible feeling for everyone involved. That's Lions. Being a Lion is about leading by example, building relationships, and improving the world through kindness. It's 1.4 million caring men and women serving each other so they can make a lasting impact and change more lives. Learn more about the Marinette Lions Club on Facebook today. DeSellier starts off the top of the third, looking poised with strike 1. Comes with that short arm breaking ball, swing and a miss. It's 0-2 pretty quickly here. I'd say the story of the day so far before the game was rain, weather, moisture, unusual circumstances to play in. The story of the game since then has been anything but good baseball. Both pitchers seem to be throwing strikes, and there is called strike 3, 1 out.
Now batting the left fielder, number 17, Peyton Brand.
One batter, 1 out. It's always a good feeling, but the same thing happened last inning, and DeSellier let it sneak away from him. Peyton Brandt to the plate. Just misses an outside pitch. 1-0. Brandt grounded into a fielder's choice last time up. Two 2-0. Ian trying to find that spot. Comes balanced. Ground ball up the middle. Second base moves it on over, grabs that one, fires to first in time. Easy play, and there's 2 away.
Stepping into the box, the designated hitter, number 19, Jacob Fritz.
Jacob Fritz now to the plate. With 2 outs, nobody on. First pitch swinging on a curveball. 1 away. 0-1. Pitch dropped sidearm a little bit. Got him to chase a pitch out of the zone. It's 0-2. Quick inning here, just a 1-run game, and you might find Manitowoc sneaking their way right back into it. Leaves that one high. It's down the right field line. Let's see if it gets down, and it does. Base hit with 2 outs, trying to get something started here. Two-out base hit. Shows a little life as Jacob Fritz puts one down the right field line. And that brings up Brady Mayer. Called strike 3 his last time up. With 2 outs, I wouldn't be surprised to see a little base running. First pitch called strike. Bear with us, folks, on the scoreboard. The rain combined with some other issues have just given us a little bit of practice to work on tech support. Now a 1-1 count. Jacob Fritz takes his lead. DeCellier sets, fires, and leaves it high. It's 2-1. DeCellier gets to the mound. Takes his sign, checks runner. Check swing, I believe he did, and so does the home plate umpire. 2-2 on the 61st pitch here in the 3rd inning. For reference, as a pitcher, you typically want to keep that number around 15 or less per inning if you can. Swung on way too late, blown away. It's strike 3. And that will do it for the top of the 3rd. To repeat myself again, good competitive baseball game. You're seeing it at the state tournament here in Marinette. Manitowoc currently with 1, Kaukauna with 2. Manitowoc coming to the plate, hoping to match that score, if not beat it, here in the bottom of the 3rd. We're about ready to head to commercial break. Join us again for the top of the 4th coming up in just a couple of seconds here on Zaleski Sports.
Fleet Farm has everything you need for every season of life. From tending the vegetable garden season to planting 100 acres of crops season. Fleet Farm is your one-stop shop. Whether it's strawberry jam season, cook your walleye season, or his first set of wheels season. Fleet Farm is built for every season. Fleet Farm, built for real life.
From humble beginnings in 1904, the Wheatrick family has grown Grassland Dairy Products into one of the largest processors of butter in the nation. Based in Greenwood, Wisconsin, the family and its hundreds of employees continue their pursuit of providing high-quality products that can proudly be served in restaurants and homes across America.
Well, it's a fact of life. There are consequences for results of what happens. The loser of today's game goes home here on day 2. The winner of today's game plays the winner of Sheboygan, who you just saw, as they square off against Appleton later tonight in our nightcap at 8 p.m. Scheduled for 8 p.m. Stay tuned for weather updates on that. A first pitch strike. Second pitch, curveball, down into the zone. He sat back, kind of double took on it, and decided to swing at it. He squared it up, but that double clutch probably cost him a couple of feet, and it's a routine flyout to left field from the 9-hitter, Evander Kumar.
Now batting the second baseman, number 2, Tate Hartlaub.
So just like that, 2 pitches, 1 out already. We're seeing a trend here. Severson seems to work strikes. Doesn't blow you away, but he mixes that off-speed in and he pours them into the strike zone, keeping the ball in play. Leaves a fastball high. Gets a called strike on a curveball. Tate Hartlaub not happy with that call. From up here, can't say that I'd blame him, but you're going to have that sometimes in baseball. 1-1 does not catch the outside corner, and it's 2-1. Fastball catches the heart of the plate, and he makes him pay for it. 1, 2, 3 hopper out to the center fielder, cutting it off. The relay to second base, head first slide into second base, and he's going to be in there easily. A nice double from Tate Hartlaub. Good approach, sat back well, pulled the trigger, and did so with some aggression. He was thinking 2 right out the box. Good call. Big lead. Throws it behind him. Breaking ball. He couldn't get a grip. Came behind him. And that ball's going to the backstop, moving Tate up to third base on the wild pitch. Severson moves to the windup with a runner on third. 1 out. Dangerous hitters at the plate this inning. There's a called strike. 1-1. Once again, that scoreboard reads 11 at bat, ball 1, strike 1, 1 out. And here's a drive out to right center field. Ranging over, though, he's got it. And that's going to be a sac fly. And this game is tied. So Bryce Erdman hits a sac fly out to center field, earns an RBI, and brings in Tate Hartlaub. Boy, I can't. It's hard to put too much blame because mistakes do happen. They're young, but a silly time for a wild pitch, especially a pitch 4 feet away from the strike zone, to put that runner on third base and into scoring position on a sac fly. Severson cost himself there. Here's a first pitch curveball for a strike. There's strike 2. Oh, 2. Way out in front, grounded foul. So 0-2, 2 outs. Nobody on base. 2-2 game here in the bottom of the third. He lets that one sail just off the outside corner on a breaking ball. 1-2. A good eye from number 28, Daniel Schmidt. Fastball off the outside corner. Severson looks like he wanted that one. No surprise. Daniel Schmidt just spit at it. Here he sits back, drives it to right, but that ball is going to be foul, and it stays 2-2. Yeah, as I mentioned, the winner of today's game will be back tomorrow, squaring off against the winner of the loser of tonight's nightcap game, Appleton and Sheboygan. Check swing did not go. That makes it a full count. Kind of spiked that curveball. Got him to think about it. The 3-2. Leaves a curveball out of the strike zone, and that's going to draw the walk. So Schmitz battles back from an 0-2 count, earns the walk. He's on first base with 2 outs. He'll be going on contact. A ball in the gap could score him. And a wild pitch or a pass ball here at this ballpark. We got a deep backstop. That would not be surprised to see him go first to third. Though if he were my runner, I would remind him, you make the third out at third, you'll be running laps for the rest of the tournament. Runner going. Hard shot goes right past the second baseman. He's going to head for third. I wouldn't question if they go again. Bobbles it in center field. He's going for home. Here's the relay. There's going to be no play at the plate. He scores from first on a ground ball up the middle. I mean, a decently hit ground ball. Second base should have had it. It gets through him for an error. That sends the runner from first to third, and then another error in center field, missing the ground ball, and that cost him a run. A combination of errors. Difficult to pitch if the defense behind you is just not helping you out. You got to have it's a team game. You got to have some support. Pick to first, back standing. Not sure if I advise that. That's too close to be standing. That is the second play in just 3 innings where Kaukauna has had 2 errors in 1 play. Runner going. Throw down. Got him. A close play at second base. It looked like the runner did not have the best jump. The pitch was high, which always helps the catcher, and the throw down got him, even though the throw was high. Incredible how this game can turn on a dime, but a 2-run inning from Manitowoc, and now it is 3-2 Manitowoc. They've turned the tables. We're heading to the 4th inning, and things are just all over the place in this game. A lot of mistakes being made from both sides, but that's all right. It's entertaining baseball. It's effective baseball. We got a baseball field here that's looking beautiful. The weather's holding off. You can't beat it.
We had 2 runs on 1 hit, 2 errors.
We kick off the top of the 4th here as you come on back. Isaac Moss to the plate. 3-2 the score. Disregard our scoreboard at the bottom there. Just some tech issues that we're working on here. As I mentioned before, giving our tech support an opportunity to stretch their legs, crack the knuckles, and do some work. Pouring in a strike there. It's 1-2. With a 1-2 count. Takes a ball. Dangerous take. Close enough that I'd ask mine to be swinging at that. Just put the ball in play. Can't have a called strikeout to start an inning. Isaac Moss battling. Swung on and missed. Strike 3, 1 away here to start off the top of the 4th.
Now batting the right fielder, number 11, Kyle Krass.
Kyle Krass comes in. Ian DeSallier has been pretty effective throughout the day today. Made his mistakes, battled through them. First inning, put himself into a dangerous situation with 2 hit by pitches and a walk, but wiggled out of it without giving up a run. Second inning, looking sharp for the first 2 outs, and then found himself in some trouble with some base hits. Limited the damage. Third inning, looked sharp all throughout. And here in the 4th, there's another strikeout. Starting the inning, striking out the 8-9 hitters. We head to the top of the order with 2 outs. And DeSallier looks like he's in control.
Now batting the shortstop, number 3, Pearson Vandehei.
Pearson Vandehei to the plate. 1 for 2 on the day. Hard ground out to third his first time up, and a base hit his second. 1-0 count. Here's a jam shot blooper out to right, and that's going to fall for a base hit. Similar to his hit in the second inning. Yeah, sometimes in the game of baseball, you don't have to crush it to be a hero. Put the bat on the ball, swing hard, run hard. A lot of times things will work out. 2 outs, run around first. Owen Jenkins to the plate. It's that dangerous moment again. The 2, 3, 4 hitters, these guys tend to know what they're doing and capable of swinging the bat hard. Ball finds a gap with a leadoff runner with a leadoff type of runner on first base. It could be dangerous. I wouldn't doubt a steal situation here either. 1-0 the count. Takes a called curveball, strike 1. Yeah, Owen Jenkins singled his last time up as well. Called out on a strikeout in the first inning on a curveball. Pick to first, not in time, it gets away. I've been saying it. He's a little too casual in his pickoffs to first base. That ball got away, and now you got a runner in scoring position. You can't just disregard the runner on first, but you got to be careful not to fire it away. You got to be confident in what you're doing and hit your targets. 2 outs, runner on first. That's a pitcher's error. Check swing, called strike anyway. Now a 2-strike count. 1-2. Either one. Curve fast. Be ready for either one. Down and away. It's a ball. 2-2. If you have a hat at home, take it off and shake it on a 2-2 count with 2 outs. Runner will be off with the pitch from second. He should score. Swung on, foul tip, held on, and that's strike 3. Out of the inning he goes. No runs score in the inning. 3 strikeouts, 1 error, and 1 base hit, and 1 left on. So that's it for the top of the 4th. We head to the bottom of the 4th. Manitowoc with a 3-2 lead and a nice ball game so far. Sean Severson back out to the mound, looking to see what he can do. As a good neighbor to the community, Hanson O'Ryan Martell Funeral Home honors the funeral and cremation services of their clients in the belief that unparalleled service provided by trusted friends is the most important value to offer families in need. As a good neighbor in Marinette, Hanson O'Ryan Martell supports all athletes and families in this state Legion tournament. Good luck to all. The Best Western Riverfront Inn of Marinette proudly supports the 2023 American Legion State Tournament. The Best Western Riverfront Inn has affordable rates, comfortable rooms, along with Wi-Fi, free breakfast, indoor pool, fitness center, and free parking. Stay at the Best Western Riverfront Inn, just miles from popular attractions and relaxation. Book your next stay at bestwestern.com. Yeah, so many great sponsors, businesses that know how important youth athletics is, whether it be baseball, basketball, football, hockey, volleyball, softball, so many sports that our young athletes get to play growing up, learning competition, building friendships, and applying those same skills to life. It's great that businesses are able to see that and support this. Here's a first pitch fastball, crushed to deep left field. Can he reach it? He cannot. It one-hops the fence. And Manitowoc's going to be in business here to start the bottom of the fourth with a leadoff one-hop off the fence double from Gavin Lettenberger. Big, loud start to the bottom of the fourth. Already with the lead, 3-2. Manitowoc now has a leadoff runner on second. And Reese Stengel looking to put this thing up by 2. First pitch is left high. Some action in the bullpen for Manitowoc. Reminder, they play a lot of games in this tournament. To get through the whole thing, you're going to have to be prepared. Looks like Bryce Erdman for Manitowoc warming up. And a ball. Curveball left in. 2-0. Curveball down. It gets away, just sneaks away a few feet, and there won't be a throw as the wild pitch will lead the runner to third. Well, I'm a pitcher by trade, so I call that a pass ball. My catcher's got to make that play. So swung on a 3-0 pitch, swung right through it, a 3-1 count now. But Reese Stengel has this going for him. He's not going to be fooled. There's a pop-up on a high fastball. Out behind second base, still ranging back, makes the catch. Runner tags just to draw a throw. And a dangerous situation. Kaukauna just gets enough of it to knock it down. Boy, knocked it down. That ball sneaks away, and it might be a cheap run for Manitowoc. I shouldn't say cheap. He certainly has earned his way on base with that shot to left field, advancing on a wild pitch. And now with nobody out, a blooper out behind second is sometimes an awkward play. One 1-0 the count. Next pitch off speed, left outside. It's 2-0. Nathan Stefani struck out his last time up. Struck out on an off-speed pitch, breaking out away from home plate. Here he sits on one, pulls one deep to left. He's got it pretty easily, but there will be no play. An automatic sac fly. An easy run for Manitowoc, and it's 4-2. Manitowoc adding to their lead and creating a little bit more of a comfortable situation for Ian DeSellier. Speaking of Ian DeSellier, here he comes to bat. And a reminder, Bryce Erdman warming up out beyond the left field fence for Manitowoc, just making sure they have an option ready. DeSellier is up to 75 pitches here after 4. First pitch swinging, fouled away. It's one of those swings that ball must have been a few inches inside. The only way to get the bat head to it is to hit it about 25 feet foul. Here's a breaking ball off the outside corner. It's 1-1. Here's the pitch. It's left low and away. It's 3-1. Only 60 pitches in. I'm not surprised that Kaukauna doesn't have somebody warming up, but I would also be surprised if they don't get someone up soon. This is playing for their very lives in this tournament. Time is running out. They're down by 2. And we're about to start our third time through the order for Manitowoc.
Now batting the left fielder, number
Pick to first. Not close. More or less a throw it over just to recognize you're over there. Chopped foul. Boy, a third base coach has to have that one. Easy chopper up by the chin, right where you want it. I'm sure Coach Stangl, he's thinking twice about it, kicking himself right now in the third base box. Should have had that one, and he knows it. Hope his wife isn't watching. Still kicking the grass over there by that third base coach's box. Stealing situation. You can see he wants to go. Pick to first. And they got him. And they got him. You could see he had antsy feet. Ian DeSallier had antsy feet over at first base as he took that lead off. He was looking for a jump, couldn't quite get one, and got picked as a result. Well, it's 4-2 now. Manitowoc over Kaukauna so far. We head to the top of the 5th. Come on back after this commercial break from our sponsors on Zaleski Sports.
With the new Simple Rewards account from the Stevenson National Bank and Trust, we've made the simple, everyday transactions a lot more rewarding. Open a Simple Rewards account from the Stevenson National Bank and Trust and get $5 back when you make 25 monthly debit card purchases. It's that simple.
You know better when you see it.
All right, 1, 2, 3.
But sometimes it's a little harder to tell what better looks like, and you could use a little help.
Thanks, Mom.
Security Health Plan. Everything you need in a health plan. Everything you'd expect from a good neighbor.
Whether your dental needs are a complete exam or cleaning, a full mouth-to-mouth restoration, or anything in between, Polzian Dental promises to provide you with exceptional care and enhance the natural beauty of your smile. Polzian Dental gives you a gentle touch and stunning results. At Polzian Dental, your smile is our first priority, and we'll give you something to smile about. Well, what a game it's been so far. Manitowoc leading 4-2. Ian DeSallier back out to the mound, fresh off his recent pickoff at first base. He's got that dirt. He's looking like a ball player, ready to work himself here in the 5th. 75 pitches. Here is 76, and it's high and outside for ball 1. We did see a little bit of a warm-up action going on from Bryce Erdman from Manitowoc. That'll be their backup plan. He's over there at third base right now. Pitch is left high. It's 2-0. Jake Lucas at the plate. Lucas 0 for 1 so far. A chopper back to the mound and a lead on and a walk in the first inning. Here's a swung on high fly ball, angling its way out towards center field. A pretty routine play, caught at the chest. Step and throw, hits the cutoff nicely. We got one away. Ian DeSallier has that poof I mentioned earlier. They love the poof. A lot of poofy hair sticking out the back of the caps these days. I myself don't care for it. Haven't had hair since I was 16. First pitch, a ball. It bounced Not 4, not 5, not 6, 7 feet in front of home plate. Just mishandled it. Catching some slack up here in the booth. I love it. There's ball 2 on a fastball. Missed his spot. 2-0 pitch. DeCellier looking to get back on track. Line drive down the right field line. That's going to get down and fair. Just a single. But a base hit gets things at least started here for Kaukauna. That was a well-hit ball. He sat back on it, outside half, went with the pitch, did what he's supposed to do. Noah Meyer leads off first base. He's about 1.5 feet behind the baseline. I was never a fan of that. I like a straight leadoff when you're leading off first base. With 1 out, the goal is to get to second and make sure you break it up. The only exception is if you have no intentions at all of stealing. Staying on that backside kind of gets you further away from the first baseman as he tries to apply a tag. Here's a pick to first as we speak. Back easily. Another half step, I'd say, he could get. 0-1 count. Ian DeCellier with pitch number 83 about to be delivered here. Spikes it, and the catcher can't handle it. We're off to the backstop, and the runner heads to second. That one's a wild pitch. I love pitchers, but that's a tough one to put on the catcher. So the count moves to 1-1. Trailing 2-4 is Kaukauna right now, looking to at least chip away at that. Run number 3, stranded over there at second. Swing and a miss, swing and a foul ball, excuse me. Peyton Brandt looking to put bat on ball and drive something out into a gap someplace. Just a base hit would do, trying to score that run from second. Line drive, 1 hopper to short, can't handle it, and it'll go down. I'd give it a base hit. He hit it hard. Backhands aren't routine. But with that said, Noah Meyer had an opportunity to advance there. He thought about it, hesitated. You could see his brain turning on do I or don't I. And after thinking about it too long, he just decided to stay put. I don't know him well, but Noah Meyer strikes me as a guy that doesn't have a lot of speed.
Number 19, Jacob Fritz.
Good ball player, don't get me wrong. Great base hit. Speed's not in everybody's playbook. That's a first pitch strike from DeCellier. He's working ahead 0-1 on Fritz. Comes with that. Sometimes he shorts out. Ian's been doing that. Sometimes he throws that breaking ball pretty normally, and other times he short arms it just to get a different angle on the spin. Sort of short arms it turns into a slider. Puts that one over the plate. It's 0-2. The pitch. More of a standard pitch. It's a fastball. It paints the outside corner at the knees. And Jacob Fritz is noticeably frustrated. That's a tough at-bat. But the called strikeout leads to 2 outs. And once again, DeCellier puts himself in a little bit of a tough situation. But he's a battler. He's working his way through it. He found a light here at the end of the tunnel. He knows how to get out of it. And there's a fastball blown right past Brady Meyer, who is 0 for 2 today with 2 strikeouts. One of the call variety, and his last time up, very late on a fastball for a strikeout. And he's very late again here. Late on the first swing, fouled off the second swing. Your choices are high fastball to blow him away, or curveball off the outside. He'll be trying to speed up his bat, and you go the other way. Tries the curveball just off the outside. And Brady managed to hold up, but now I believe Brady's in jeopardy. That slow pitch is going to set him up. A fastball here might be too much to handle. Runners will be off on a swing. Late on it, fastball right past him, strike 3. As I mentioned, back after that first inning, DeSellier found himself in jeopardy with the bases loaded, worked his way through it, and I said it then, but that's a dangerous combination. When a pitcher works his way out of a jam like that early in the game, he becomes a different pitcher the rest of the day. I think DeSellier's done a really nice job recovering from that. I would say that he's done everything he has to do to get himself to this point. Manitowoc has a 4-2 lead here as we head to the bottom of the 5th inning. We'll come right back after this on Zaleski Sports.
Fleet Farm has everything you need for every season of life. From tending the vegetable garden season to planting 100 acres of crops season. Fleet Farm is your one-stop shop. Whether it's strawberry jam season, cook your walleye season, or his first set of wheels season. Fleet Farm is built for every season. Fleet Farm, built for real life.
Some of us are out to win championships. Others just want to win the moment. And for others, simply climbing a flight of stairs is a win. But for all of us, the small victories make life better. And none of us wins alone. When we get knocked down, it takes a team, an extraordinary team to help us heal like a pro. For your bones, muscles, joints, and everything else that makes life move, there's only Bellin Health. Welcome to your healthiest life.
Well, here's a look at some of the other teams around this tournament. Janesville set for our 3 p.m. game today with Marinette in another elimination game, both teams hoping they can keep it alive, continuing on in this tournament. Again, that game's scheduled at 3 o'clock. We got a 1-1 count, little late getting back to you, apologies on that. Here's a ground ball to third. Fielded cleanly over to first. Nice and easy, there's one away for Severson. Defense has been a bit of a struggle at times here today. 2 different plays for Kaukauna, both of which had 2 errors inside of them. Got to be able to field and throw to play some baseball. 1 out here. Leaves a curveball just up. A pitch Severson would probably like to get. Most hitters don't like that ball too high. Often leads to a fly out. Laid off, 1-0. Here's a casual fastball. Get me over fastball for a strike. It's 1-1. Just pitch number 67. Pitch count's in good shape here for Severson. Swung on, 1 hopper. Nice little play at second base. He's got it, and the defense is looking alive. I'd like to see the second baseman keep his head in there when he fields the ball. But with that said, ball goes in your glove. Who am I to judge? So very quickly, we've got 2 outs. Comes inside, 2-0. Pearson Vandehei at the plate here. He is 2 for 3. Oh, I'm on the wrong page. Yeah, excuse me, got to turn the book over. Bryce Erdman at the plate here. Sometimes it's the little things. You don't always think of these things. Here's another 1 hopper, well hit. This one he can't handle. and it works through the infield. We got a base hit. Base hit, Bryce Erden. Correction, we're going to give that an error.
Now batting the center fielder, number 28, Daniel Schmidt.
Oftentimes, the ball gets well hit. A coach's instinct is to circle the 1B on the scorecard. Boy, Erdman jumps the throw. He had stolen base by a mile. Again, jumped the throw, took off before the pitcher lifted his leg, and he's in there at second easily. And with 2 outs, here's a fly ball out to center. Runner is on the move. This ball is carrying, and you betcha he got it out of here. Right over the Motor Company Ford sign. That fence got to be about 365 to dead center. Just over to the side, probably about 360, and that ball cleared it. That ball was crushed from Daniel Schmidt. A 2-run shot. That makes this game 6-2. Manitowoc separating themselves from Kaukauna.
Well, that is the shortstop, number 9, Brock Peterson.
So they wait till the 5th to do it, but they are certainly establishing that they are the team to beat in this one. And here's another deep fly ball out to center field. This one looks to be in range, and it is caught for the 3rd out of the inning. But the damage has been done on a Daniel Schmidt's home run, 2-run shot, making it 6-2 Manitowoc. Kaukauna is going to have their work to do and just 2 innings left to do it. We head to the top of the 6th. 6-2 Manitowoc with Kaukauna coming to bat here on Zaleski Sports.
Good day. My name is Ken Hyman, and welcome to Nasonville Dairy here in central Wisconsin, Marshfield, Wisconsin, as a matter of fact. We make a lot of different cheeses. We make cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmer's Cheese, Pizza Cheese, Quesa Blanca, Quesa de Fir, Seco, Parm, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Feta Caseri, Caflatiri, Cafla Graviera, 20 different flavors of Monterey, as well as making Edam, Gouda, and Munster. And the cheese be with you.
Some of us are out to win championships. Others just want to win the moment. And for others, simply climbing a flight of stairs is a win. But for all of us, the small victories make life better. And none of us wins alone. When we get knocked down, it takes a team, an extraordinary team to help us heal like a pro. For your bones, muscles, joints, and everything else that makes life move, there's only Bellin Health. Welcome to your healthiest life.
School class of 1982 proudly supports the 2023 AAA State Legion Baseball Tournament. The 1982 Marines salute all 8 teams participating in this year's tournament. Please thank the Marinette High School class of 1982 for helping make today's broadcast possible. DeSellier back out on the mound, 92 pitches in. Remember, in Legion Baseball, you have a 105 pitch limit, and you're allowed to finish that at bat.
Now batting the second baseman, number 4, Kyle.
Kaukauna finally has a little bit of activity going down in their bullpen. Parker Jeffrey Klein warming up. Kyle Eben stepping in here as a pinch hitter to lead off the top of the 6th. Correction, Eben on the pronunciation. 2-1 the count already here. Off-speed pitch. That's that one again. He kind of short arms it, brings it across the body on that one. He's trying to simulate a slider. It seems to be working pretty well. 2-2 pitch. Comes set. And here's a curveball that doesn't curve, and that's the worst kind of curveball when you're a pitcher. I always believe as a hitter, do me a favor, hit me with something that doesn't move that fast. I enjoy it. Put me on base. Down by 4, you get a runner on base. That's a win. Ian DeSellier mad at himself, kicking himself on that one. Up to 97 pitches. That pitch count comes into play. The lead at first is virtually non-existent here. One and 0 count. Leaves it low. Boy, DeSellier, we've mentioned it. He's been good. He's been solid. I was just about to comment. He doesn't look quite the same this inning. That whole first batter didn't quite look the same. And I know as a man of baseball, if your legs go, it might be time to find a new pitcher. Again, pitched a great game, but fatigue is something that we all have to deal with. Despite the rain earlier today, it is muggy, kind of muggy out here. Even up here in the booth, we've got an air conditioner and it's still a little bit muggy. Down on the field, that sun sneaks through the clouds. It gets a little warm. That can play a role in fatigue. 2-0 count. Well, the coach's visit seems to have helped. I believe what he said is throw strikes. And a good head nod from Ian, and he did just that. Lead at first, still non-existent. Here he just misses. Not a bad pitch. A little bit frustrated is DeSellier, hoping that pitch would get called. Big difference between 2-2 and 3-1. It got him. It got him. Bill Graber over at third base. You know, that's what happens if you try and dodge it rather than catch it. Sometimes that right foot just doesn't raise like it did when you were 22, and next thing you know, you got a big old welt that won't go away. Now, Jason Zaleski and I were just talking yesterday about sometimes at a certain age you start waking up and you're sore and you don't know why. At least tomorrow, Bill Graber will know why. We got a full count, nobody out, and a runner on first. DeSellier leaves it high, and that's ball 4, and that's 2 runners on. And that's not a recipe for success at 103 pitches in this game.
That is the shortstop, number 3, Pearson Vanderheim.
With a 4-run lead, though, it looks like Coach Stengel is thinking, this is the last we can use him anyway. Let's see if we can get a little more out of him. There's pitch 104, and that means this will be his last hitter. At least he got ahead with a strike. I think we're due for another line drive by Steve Maves down on camera 2. There's a fastball in, 1-1. How are we supposed to get underwear sponsors if we don't put Steve in jeopardy? Runners on first and second, nobody out. Oh boy, the old classic inside move to second. Runner is in a pickle between second and third. Here's the flip to second base, and sure enough, he's picked off. Boy, you can handle fielding mistakes. You can handle pitching mistakes. You can handle missing cutoff men. What you can't handle is being down by 4 in the state tournament of an elimination game with nobody out and have a boneheaded play on the bases. Facts are facts, gentlemen. My main man, John Adams, the attorney, used to say, facts are stubborn things. Here's a foul ball. That moves the count to 0-2. Popped up right over towards us here in the press box, landing right behind us. A 2-strike pitch. Fouled away again. And there's a called strike 3. That's a tough one. A good at-bat. Fouled off a number of pitches, battled his whole way through it, but got caught on that outside corner with a fastball. And that's 2 away. So that's going to do it for Ian DeSallier. A pretty nice day overall. He had his rough patches. He started with a rough inning. He's finishing it with a rough inning, but he's also getting through most of it without an issue. It looks like they will be making the move to third baseman Bryce Erdman. Coach Gaber over there at third base still limping a bit. He's trying to hide it. I know how he feels. He's noticeably, I've been there before. Just looking at the ground a lot, toeing the grass.
Number 11, Kyle Crabb.
Wondering why there's a heartbeat in your shins. Can. Family Restaurant of Marinette offers the best breakfast in town and it's served all day long, starting at 6 a.m. The Hometown Family Restaurant also serves lunch and dinner. Did someone say weekend buffet? The Hometown Family Restaurant gives you a spectacular start to the day, Saturday and Sunday at 7 a.m. with dozens of buffet choices. Hometown Family Restaurant of Marinette.
Now batting number 30, Owen Jenkins.
Well, Erdman steps up onto the mound, the pitching change. Let's see if that does something for the Kaukauna Angels to get this game moving for them. 1 man on base, 2 outs. And the first pitch left high. Ball 1. And there's ball 2. When a new pitcher comes into the game, strikes has got to be the most important thing you can do. And there is one. 2-1. Here's a ground ball toward third. 2 hopper, fielded cleanly, throws to first, and that's going to do it for the inning. Kaukauna had you thinking there was something going to happen, but Manitowoc just navigates through those waters, makes their way through, and keeps their 6-2 lead intact as we head to the bottom of the 6th inning. We'll see if Manitowoc can add to that 4-run lead right after this on Zaleski Sports.
Car and truck inventories are limited around the world. But at Riverside Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram of Marinette, we make sure to have what you want. A huge inventory of new and certified pre-owned vehicles. Ram 1500 Bighorns, Jeep Cherokees, Jeep Compasses, and more. Trade up into a new ride and get top cash value for your trade. Visit our family at Riverside of Marinette. Proud supporters of Marinette and Menominee area high school sports.
The man, the myth, the legend, Trevor Zaleski, making his way up to the booth. A handsome man, for sure, and a man of many different talents. You should see this guy playing football in the pool. Say the word belly flop twice, and Trevor will have a face that just appears in front of you. Belly flop is 2 words. So we're set to go here. Bottom of the 6th, let's kick it off with Gavin Lettenberger. Gavin doubled his last time up. 1 hop the left field fence. After a first pitch strike. Swung on and missed on a breaking ball. 0-2. Spikes the curve. It's 1-2. Reminder, Janesville and Marinette are on deck. They'll be up here at 3 o'clock. Takes a high one. 2-2. Severson still grinding, pitching well, seems composed. Leaves that one high, but Lettenberger does him a favor, fouling it off. Xander Pop warming up now down in the Manitowoc bullpen. Sits back on a breaking ball. Ground ball to third. Fielded cleanly. The throw to first is right on target, and you've got yourself a leadoff out.
Now batting the catcher, number 22, Reese Stengel.
So Reese Stengel steps into the plate. He's 0 for 2 today with a line out to left and a pop-up to second. First pitch strike. And with an 0-1 count, Severson winds and delivers. Ground ball to short. Looks like it's fielded cleanly without a problem. The throw to first. A little low, but handled. And there's no issue. We got 2 outs. Just like that. Severson still throwing strong. As a good neighbor to the community, Hanson Orion Martell Funeral Home honors the funeral and cremation preferences of their clients in the belief that an unparalleled service provided by trusted friends is the most important value to offer families in need. As a good neighbor in Marinette, Hanson Orion Martell supports all athletes and families in this Legion State Tournament. Good luck to all. That was ball 1 to Nathan Stefani. And here's a line drive on our line over to short from Stefani, but it's caught on a backhand, and that's the 3rd out. That'll go down as an L6, 3 outs. We move it to the 7th, and the score remains 6-2. Manitowoc, a 4-run lead. Let's see if they can hold on here in Game 5 at the AAA Legion State Tournament in Marinette on Zaleski Sports.
Tough. Sometimes you need more than just legal services. You need someone who believes in you. At Schickert Law Offices, our experienced attorneys don't just provide legal services. We provide unwavering support and encouragement to their clients. Our team deals with criminal law, family law, divorce, and more. But what they specialize in most is standing by their clients every step of the way. When you need someone in your court, choose the law firm that will believe in you. Choose Schickert Law Office.
When caring people join together, roll up their sleeves, and take action to make their community better, it's a beautiful thing and an incredible feeling for everyone involved, and that's Lions. Being a Lion is about leading by example, building relationships, and improving the world through kindness. It's 1.4 million caring men and women serving together so they can make a lasting impact and change more lives. Learn more about the Marinette Lions Club on Facebook today. So here we are, top of the 7th inning. It's been a fun one. A lot of drama early on, a lot of activity on the bases. We've had a 2-run home run. We've had some balls hitting the gaps. We've had some defensive miscues and some base running errors. We've also had a lot of base hits and some nice pitching.
The first baseman, number 23,
Jake Lucas to start things off here. He'll take ball 1 from Bryce Erdman, who came in relief at the end of last inning when Ian DeSellier ran out of pitches. And here's ball 2. Down 4. I wonder if they all have a red light until they see a strike. Got to throw strikes. And there is one. I believe last inning I said the same thing on a 2-0 pitch, and he poured in a strike. We can test that theory later on this inning. 2-1 the pitch. Fouled away. Probably a ball out of the strike zone. Looked like it was low. So 2-2. You'll have that sometimes. It's hard to stay patient when you're behind by 4 and running out of time. It's the mental game of baseball. It's a fun one. 2-2 pitch, swung on, fouled back. Again, Kaukauna needs 4 this inning or it's over and their tournament run is complete. Fouled off on a pitch out of the strike zone. He might be in auto swing mode. Fastball popped up, well out of play on the third base side. And that's 3 consecutive foul balls. Still 2-2 count. Not a bad time to bring one out of the zone, make them chase. Spike that one about 3.5 feet in front of home plate. Circling back, that's one of those uncompetitive pitches. You got to put it close. He'll swing at it. You just got to put it close. Full count here to the leadoff hit batter of the inning. Inside, caught a piece of the gluteus. So that'll put him on first. Jake Lucas on base, bringing up Noah Meyer.
now batting the catcher, number 16, Noah Meyer.
And again, let's take a look and see if they have a red light till they see a strike. Not at all. A swing and a miss on the first pitch. Red light, what's that? Swing the bat, he says. Off-speed pitch, chopped back up the middle. Cut off well by the shortstop. Steps on second for one over to first in time. And you've got a killer here in the top of the 7th. 2 outs, nobody on the double play. Manitowoc getting pretty playful in the infield. You know that feeling. You get a little giddy when you know you're knocking at the door of a key victory. Kaukauna down to their last out of this tournament. Swung on and missed. 1-2, down to their last strike. Still a long way to go for Manitowoc with a victory here. Remember, it's 1-1, and this is a double elimination tournament. A couple of teams that haven't lost yet. Here's a high chopper to third, complete to first base, and that's going to do it, folks. That's going to do it. Final score here, 6-2, Manitowoc over Kaukauna. Kaukauna knocked out of this tournament. Manitowoc will advance on to play the loser of Appleton and Sheboygan in our 8 p.m. game tonight. From Bill Held at Zaleski Sports, that'll do it for our broadcast. Stay tuned for the post-game interview, and we will be right back after this.
Good day. My name is Ken Hyman, and welcome to Nasonville Dairy here in central Wisconsin, Marshfield, Wisconsin, as a matter of fact. Nasonville Dairy actually goes back to 1885. We are the oldest plant in Wood County. When our father brought us here in the early 1960s, we ran 7,500 pounds of milk a day. We now run 1.8 million pounds of milk a day. We buy dairy milk from 200 dairy farmers here in central Wisconsin, produce it, and ship it all over the world. We make a lot of different cheeses. We make cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmer's Cheese, Peach Cheese, Quesa Blanca, Quesa de Fure, Seco, Parm, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Feta Caseri, Caflatiri, Cafla Graviera, 20 different flavors of Monterey, as well as making Edam, Gouda, and Munster. This has allowed us to go to a lot of different countries. Our furthest accounts are now in China, Japan, Canada, Saudi Arabia. We do ship to Mexico, as well as a number of other places throughout the world. This is what we call Cheese Making 101. We tried to walk you through the cheese plant today, and we're in hopes that you see our people, what they're doing, and the amount of work that goes into producing the products that we hope you enjoy.
Bill Held from Zaleski Sports here with Coach Kevin Stengel. Coach, how do you feel about overall? You see the ball flying around the ballpark. The boys were playing well, good defense and great pitching. What are your thoughts on the whole game?
Just glad to survive in advance at this point. It wasn't a clean game by any means. I think we walked a couple, probably hit 4, I think, in the game. Didn't swing it well at times, but at the end of the day, survive in advance.
As you mentioned, that first inning especially, you get in a little bit of trouble. Ian looked like he was locating well at times, but he just missed a couple of things, a couple of hit by pitches. That always makes it stack up on you quickly. But he always seems to just find a way to navigate to a light at the end of the tunnel, and the whole team supported him, and he ended up getting out of those jams oftentimes. How does he do that, and how do you contribute that?
He competes. I mean, he's a wrestler. He's a very good wrestler, in fact. He was a state runner-up this year. So he's a very competitive kid. Sometimes it loses focus a little bit, as you saw today, but very competitive kid. He'll compete throughout. We wish he was a little bit more efficient today, but like I said, we'll take what we can get and move on.
Oftentimes, in my experience too, that ends up building his character through the rest of the game. You get into a jam, but he finds a way through it. It's a confidence builder. And the rest of the game, he looked like a different pitcher.
Yeah, no, he doesn't lack for confidence. So, no, he did a good job. Like I said, we would have preferred that we didn't have to go to a second pitcher today, because I don't think he gave up a lot of hard contact. He was more so just the kind of inefficiencies, deep in some counts, hit a couple batters that really kind of hurt him and kind of limited his day.
And you mentioned that too. There's a lot of games in this tournament in a short period of time, so you need a lot of arms. Do you feel comfortable with the arms you have coming up, the plan that you have to navigate through the rest of this tournament to get a repeat state championship?
We're a little light on arms. Had some injuries that kind of limited us. We're without some pitching this week, but we'll go day by day and kind of piece it together best we can. So I think we play at 5 o'clock tomorrow, and we'll come up with a plan and throw somebody out there and go compete.
Last question, as a fellow coach, I love the feeling I get when a ball flies off the bat and it's got a chance. How did you feel as the ball disappeared behind the fence today?
Yeah, no, Dan's, that was his, I think, 6th or 7th of the season. The ball jumps off his bat a little bit different than some other kids. So, yeah, no, that was good to get that out of him. We needed it today.
Yeah, thanks a lot, Coach.
Thank you.
Good luck the rest of the way.
Thank you.
Well, they advance. Manitowoc moving on to play the winner of Appleton and Sheboygan, I believe, this afternoon in our 8 p.m. game. Next up, you're going to see Janesville taking on... Not sure who they're taking on. Just take a look at the schedule there. Join us for the next couple of games. We got 3 more games on hand for you the rest of the day today. That's Bill Held, along with the Zaleski Sports crew, signing off. Join you again in the next game at 3 p.m. We'll see you then.